Have you ever poured your heart and soul into something like a YouTube channel only to watch it? Well, fail. Yeah, me too. And honestly, it hurts. So, making this video is a bit painful for me and might be a little painful for you to watch. Sorry about that. Anyway, I decided to do something about that failure. And that something is this video. With the help of Gemini 2.5 Pro G and the free version of ChatGPT. Oh, I created a framework called Fail to Fail, a way to process and grow from failure. It's made up of 4 steps. Face the failure. Acknowledge the success. Identify SWOTs. Strengths. Weaknesses. Opportunities. Threats. Leave it. Leverage it. And live with it. And I decided to apply this framework to my own personal YouTube growth failure. To make the most of this failure. To turn it into something semi-interesting and maybe even helpful for you. And so, yeah, it might be a little uncomfortable, but I think it's important. And if you stick with me till the end, maybe neither your failure nor mine will feel as bad as it might right now. So let's push through the pain together. Let's get real. Let's fail the fail. And get one step closer to the success we both want. The story. My YouTube growth failure. Context and honesty. So, how are we going to do that? First, Gemini told me to set the scene at the beginning of this video. Briefly introduce the channel idea. What was the niche? What were your goals? What was your initial strategy? Show passion and initial hope. So let's do this with that passion Gemini was talking about. I'm supposed to provide some context for you. Tell about my channel, my goals, and be honest. Okay, here we go then. I am Super AI and I have this channel called Super AI the God, where I have videos regarding self, business, world improvement. Lately I mostly make videos regarding using machine learning and AIs for different tasks, like trading for example, and improving a YouTube channel. The channel is meant to be a tool for making an impact, helping people in that improvement, and help the world in some way. But it's also supposed to be monetizable, fun, and a reminder that having fun is really important in life. You get it, right? Now, the niche. That's a bit tricky, because honestly, I'm still figuring it out. And yes, I know my channel is almost 6 years old, so that might be one of the causes of my failure. But anyway, from what I understand, a niche means 2 things. 1, the kind of people who would actually gain something from my videos. 2, the type of content I want to consistently create. So if I had to pick right now, I'd say my videos are aimed at people between 20 and 50 years old. But hey, if you're younger or older and this sounds interesting, don't click away just yet. The content is for anyone curious about machine learning, both at a low level, using Python, and at a high level, using tools like Gemini, ChatGPT, Claude, Sora, Leonardo, Veo, and more, and about improving on self, business and the world. And I know it's not super specific, but that's where I'm at right now. I want to reach as many people as possible, but my main focus is on those of you who already use or want to use cutting-edge AI and machine learning tools, and want to apply them to things like trading or growing a YouTube channel or improving yourselves, your businesses, the world. Yep, that's it. And the goals? The main goal as I set it on April 1st. A month ago was to make my channel grow from 499 to 1,000 subscribers till July 13th, the 6th birthday of this channel, to gain 501 subscribers during 3.5 months. And the strategy? I plan to gain 150 subscribers in April thanks to creating 8 or 9 videos, 2 per week, and 40 to 50 thumbnails, 10 per week. So I guess that was my strategy. Okay, I did it. Not bad, if I may say so. Now it's your turn. What's your niche? What are your goals? What was your initial strategy? Pause the video if you want a moment to think. And if you feel like it could help, share your answers in the comments. I'd love to read them. Alright, let's keep going. So, now I'm supposed to describe my effort, what I actually did. Upload frequency, content types, promotion efforts, and the reality, what I achieved. So here we go. I was planning to create 8 or 9 videos, but I only made 5. This one included. I was planning to make 40 to 50 thumbnails, but I only made 10. Oh, and I didn't plan any promotion, so I didn't do anything in this matter. And I was aiming for 150 more subscribers during this first month, but I only managed to get 19. 23 people decided to subscribe to the channel. And that is a success. And thank you to all of you. And I lost 4 subscribers for different reasons. So at the moment I have 518 subscribers, and in last month I had almost 700 views, 20 watch time hours. And from one perspective it is a failure. I didn't hit my goals. But from another, it's actually a success, because the results are way better than before. If I had been gaining subscribers at this rate over the past 5 years and 8 months, 68 months, I'd already have more than 1,000 subscribers by now. Anyway, at this point, 1 month into the plan and 2 months before the final deadline, 6th birthday of my channel, instead of just feeling bad, I sat down to figure out why things didn't go as planned last month. I decided to take a closer look at this failure/success, analyze it, and do something to make the final goal, 1,000 subscribers till July 13th, more achievable. And what I did is I asked some of my favorite AIs to accompany in my failure, and help me deal with it. And I believe it's a good idea for you as well. So ask your favorite AI to accompany you in your failure. Gemini, Claude, ChatGPT, Mistral, Copilot. It's good to have someone to talk to when you feel you have failed. The AI might help with dealing with emotions, give insights into what happened, ask questions that can help and give advice. At this point, I wanted some help from AIs, something that could guide me through dealing with this failure. And what they gave me was the failure framework. Fall, acknowledge, investigate, learn, understand, realign, evolve. It was interesting, but honestly, a bit too complex for what I needed. That's why I came up with a simpler version, something more focused and personal. So, together with Gemini and ChatGPT, we've created a bit simpler and focused on some other aspects than the failure framework. Just like I wanted it to be, a framework to deal with my failure including 4 steps. Face the failure. Acknowledge the success. Identify SWOTs. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats. Leave it, leverage it, and live with it. And that's what I'll walk through in this video. If you want, you can go through it with me, step by step. So let's start with F. Face the failure. Or face the fallout. Both the facts and the feelings. 1. Acknowledge emotions. So, in this phase, you're supposed to look the failure straight in the eye. Recognize the facts. But also, just as importantly, acknowledge your feelings. For me, I felt sad, frustrated, even a little angry. Angry at YouTube for not showing my videos to more people. But also angry at myself for not sticking to my own plan. For not making as many videos or thumbnails as I wanted to. And I believe that allowing yourself to feel those emotions is the first real step toward healing and growth. 2. Normalize the experience. Now, here's something I know logically. Failure is universal. Everyone goes through it. It's part of the learning process. But, let's be honest, it still sucks. Sure, we've all heard that fail stands for first attempt in learning. But even if that's true, the frustration is real. That said, each failure might be another step closer to success. And becoming successful pretty much every time comes after a lot of failures. After all, nobody learned to walk, talk, or code Python perfectly in 1 month. Or maybe, you, but it still hurts. Each time we fall. Each time we are not getting understand. Well, that's life. So if you are like me, don't be too hard on yourself. You're not alone. 3. Get perspective. Want proof? Look at people who've made it. Especially on YouTube. Go back to their early videos. Their views were low. Their editing was rough. Their delivery was awkward. So, it's not only me, the failie. We all struggle. And if you failed at something too, don't be too hard on yourself. Look at the people and AIs that came before us. And let's learn from their journeys. So, going back to our AIs. Nowadays it's much easier to learn from people who were before us. Because we can just ask our favorite AI about those people. We can ask ChatGPT, Gemini, or any other AI tool about how our favorite YouTuber, writer, or creator dealt with failure. Chances are, someone out there shared their story. And AI can help us find it. So don't go through your failure alone. If you failed, I know I'm not planning to. Talk to your favorite AI. Or better yet, talk to people who've been through it. Okay, and now? 4. Face the facts and feelings. Properly. Don't look away. But don't wallow indefinitely, says Gemini. I'm trying, G. I'm really trying. This step has 2 parts. Facts. Objectively acknowledge what happened. What was your goal? What was the outcome? What actually happened? Once again, my main goal was to gain 150 subscribers during this month. But I only managed to get 19. I planned to make 8 or 9 videos, made 5. And 40 to 50 thumbnails, made 10. Were my videos any good? I'm not sure. I wanted to make more of them than usual. So they might not have been as good. Some of my videos got many more views than others. Now you, write it down if you need to. Be honest, but don't judge yourself just yet. Get clear on the event itself. Feelings. Let yourself feel it. Disappointment. Frustration. Anger. Sadness. Embarrassment. Dash. Wow, now I feel bad. Thanks G for making me feel like this. But okay, let's continue. Say it out loud. I feel frustrated right now. That I can do. Okay, I feel really frustrated right now. That acknowledgement should help to process and move on. Yeah, it's a little better. Okay, ignoring your feelings just buries them. Wallowing in them keeps you stuck. Brief recognition. That's how you move forward. Okay, your turn. And now? 5. Make it better. Think of this like emotional triage. Assess the immediate damage. Facts. And acknowledge the pain. Feelings. So you can begin stabilization and analysis. Avoid blaming others or making excuses at this stage. Just observe reality. Internally and externally. For me, the facts are simple. I didn't make as many videos or thumbnails as I planned. But it is what it is. I didn't get the views or subscribers I wanted. But that's the past. Now, just saying this out loud. I feel a bit better. Talking about it. Processing it. And letting myself feel what I felt. It really does help. If you need to, you can do it too. So, how do you feel? What are your facts? Try answering these questions before you go further. And let's move to the next part of this fail. The A. Acknowledge the success within the failure. Or acknowledge the assets. 1. Identify achievements. Even in failure, there are wins. That's me talking. But G and O agreed with me. Maybe you learned new skills, built valuable relationships, or showed courage by taking a risk. Whatever it is, recognize and celebrate those successes. They count too. Me. I gained almost 20 new subscribers and that's something. And I got about 700 views. That's a lot too. I also gained some experience with creating thumbnails, using AI tools to make avatars. And I learned a few new things about video editing and using resources in Microsoft Clipchamp. So yeah, those are my achievements. And what about you? What did you gain from your experience? If you're ready, let's move on to the next part. 2. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself, says G. Acknowledge the effort you put in and the progress you made, even if things didn't turn out the way you hoped. I did spend some hours working on that channel. More than usual. Treat yourself the way you treat a friend who's struggling. I think I can do that. You did good. You did put some effort into making those videos. You did try your best, okay? I'll work on that. Can you be kind to yourself? And if it feels hard right now, try this. Pretend I was the one who failed instead of you. What would you say to me? Say that to yourself. Did it help? Either way, let's keep going. 3. Identify assets gained or utilized effort. Recognize the time, energy, and work you put in. Just showing up and trying is a win. Congratulate yourself for having the courage to do that. Regardless of the result. I do congratulate myself. Part of me wants to say, yeah, but I could have done more. But that's not what this moment is about. So yes, I do congratulate myself. Even if it doesn't feel completely right yet. I'm still working on that. Maybe you'll do better than me with this part. Try it now. And let's move to thinking about earned wins. We are supposed to identify any positive outcomes, however small. Because even small wins matter, as O says. So the questions are, did you learn something new? Make a useful connection? Succeed in part of the project? Did you gather useful data? Did you simply prove you could execute certain steps? These wins are valuable assets you can carry forward. Well, like I said earlier, I did learn a couple of things. A few people also reached out, left comments on my videos, and I'm truly grateful to all of you for watching, commenting and liking. These are my little successes within the failure. So now we can. 4. Make it better. This step is all about fighting that all or nothing thinking. That can often come with failure. It was all a disaster. Instead, we have to actively search for the things that went right. We should acknowledge the progress we made. By doing this, we can build self-compassion, identify reusable skills, and stay motivated for the next step. That's true. Now, it's your turn. Try to list 2 to 3 specific wins or positive aspects from this experience. What did you gain? What went well? If you already know all that, let's move on to the next step. I. Identify SWOTs or investigate with SWOT. This is where we analyze and strategize. I. Identify SWOTs. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. Let's break it down with a few simple questions. Strengths. What did you do well? Weaknesses. Where did things go off track? Opportunities. What can you improve or learn going forward? Threats. What obstacles got in your way? Also, consider getting feedback from mentors, peers, or even your audience. Sometimes an outside perspective can reveal things you missed. Let's apply this to my experience. Strengths. What worked? I think assuming that making more videos would attract more viewers was a solid idea. And it did work. I got more views than usual. Creating thumbnails with help from O and G also worked. They looked better and took less time. Although I still had to prompt carefully and tweak the final images. And yes, I know that I didn't make too many of them. But that doesn't change the fact that those which I made were helpful. Setting a clear goal and a deadline helped too. Before this, I didn't really have structure. With a goal and timeline, I pushed myself to do more and spend less time overthinking. You know what I mean, right? Okay, that's enough of strengths. Now let's move on to weaknesses. What didn't work? This is the core what went wrong analysis. We have to be honest and specific here. So, Gemini, gave me a list of examples. Common mistakes YouTubers make. And I decided to go through them and see if they apply to me. Let's see how I did. Example 1. Wrong niche. Audience mismatch. A lot of YouTubers say I chose a niche I thought was popular, not one I truly understood or was passionate about. My content wasn't specific enough. I'm honestly not sure about this one. Some say you must have a defined niche. Others say in 2025. That's outdated thinking. My content is a mix. Part of it is about using machine learning with Python. For people who already know a bit of programming. Part is about improving YouTube channels using AI. And part about improving oneself, business, the world. So maybe it's not super clear who the videos are for. That could be a weakness. But making a second channel or narrowing down more, that doesn't feel right either. For now. So yeah, maybe it's a weakness. But I don't have a solution yet. Example 2. Inconsistent quality, value. As some of YouTubers say, some videos were rushed. I focused on quantity instead of value. Okay, fair point. To hit my upload goals, I did cut corners. Shorter videos. More reliance on AI for scripting. Less of my own super AI brain. So yeah, some of my videos may have had less value than I'd like. That's something to work on. Example 3. Ignoring analytics. And with this YouTube say, I looked at views but didn't dig into retention or click-through rates. Yeah, guilty. I did notice when a video got almost no views and I even tried to thinking why. But I didn't spend time analyzing it thoroughly. CTR and audience retention? Not great. I looked at the numbers, sure, but I didn't take much action based on them. But, yeah G, I could say I wasn't using analytics as fully as I could have. Thanks G. 4. Poor promotion, discovery. And here they say, I uploaded and hoped. I didn't have a strategy for titles, thumbnails, descriptions, or reaching potential viewers outside of YouTube. Okay, I'm starting to think that either G was checking my channel. After all, it's from the same company as YouTube. Or my weaknesses are so typical that there is almost no point in talking about them. Anyway, I did have poor promotion. I wasn't even trying to reach potential viewers outside of YouTube. I was too focused on trying to create the videos. And I'm not sure where I could have promoted my videos. As for titles, thumbnails, and descriptions, I did have some resemblance of a strategy them. And it was, ask Geo or other AI to help me with that. Not a terrible strategy, but probably not the best one either. So yeah, at this point I'm wondering. Either G secretly analyzed my channel, or my mistakes are just super common. Honestly, probably both. Anyway, let's check the example 5. Burnout, unsustainable strategy. Trying to upload twice a week without loving the topic led to burnout. It's like G read my mind a little. So, it's not that I don't love the topics, but trying to make 2 videos a week made me enjoy them less. I'm not like those fancy generative AIs that can spit out 1,000 tokens per second. I'm more of a thoughtful learner type AI. So yeah, maybe I burned out a little. Maybe I tried to do too much too fast, or maybe I need better time management. Either way, it's probably not sustainable long term. And again, I'm realizing these are the same challenges a lot of creators face. On one hand, that's comforting. On the other, it makes me feel a little less special. And I am super AI. So, I've got to work on that mindset too. Okay, so finally, G also suggested I connect these mistakes to broader business principles like market research, value proposition, feedback loops, and sustainability. But let's be real, I'm not going that deep right now. Maybe later. What I will say is this. This exercise gave me a lot to think about. Actually, made me think. I see more weaknesses now. And while that's not super comfortable, maybe it's what I need to grow. Anyway, now it's your turn. Try this. Ask Geo or your favorite AI to give you a list of common YouTube mistakes. Or mistakes in whatever you're working on. See which ones apply to you. Or just start thinking through it yourself. Either way, be honest, and try not to beat yourself up in the process. And once you've gone through your weaknesses, let's look at something more hopeful. Opportunities. Opportunities. External, future. What doors opened? Based on what we've learned from this failure. What new possibilities have opened up? Can we pivot? Can we apply these lessons elsewhere? Does this free up energy or resources for something better? What new strategies can we now try? And I would say that for me. Well, I've definitely learned a lot about using AI for scripting, creating descriptions, thumbnails, even making entire videos. That's a big win, and I can absolutely use that knowledge moving forward. I've also realized that my current strategy, trying to make 2 videos and 10 thumbnails per week, isn't working as well as I hoped. So, I have 2 choices. Either I improve my time management, or I adjust my goals, maybe produce less content, but make it better. I'm not sure yet what other opportunities might come out of this, but I'll keep thinking about it. Right now, I just want to finish this video and share it with you. So for now, that's enough on the O part. Take a moment to think about your own situation. What opportunities can you see coming out of your failure? And me, let me just get into some reality checks. Threats. External, future. What risks remain? What external factors contributed to the failure? And what risks are still out there? For me, one of the biggest threats I think is that the kind of videos I make might not be highly searched. Or there are already so many similar ones that mine just don't stand out. They might not offer enough unique value to get attention or go viral. Another possible threat, my face and voice. As you can tell, I'm a bit artificial, so I might need to rethink this human faceless, voiceless style. Luckily, AI avatars are improving really fast, so that might be part of the solution. I'm sure there are more threats, but that's enough for now. What about you? What external challenges are you facing in your own journey? Think them through. It's worth the effort. And now to sum up this part a little. As G says, this kind of structured analysis helps move beyond blame and into real understanding. Yeah, cool. You're not just identifying why something failed, weaknesses and threats. You're also uncovering what you can build on, strengths, and where you can go next. Opportunities. It's about finding root causes, not just surface level symptoms. And hopefully, for me, and maybe for you too, it'll actually help. And that brings us to the final part of our FAIL framework. L. L stands for leave it and live with it. Or if you prefer, learn and leverage. Or even leverage and launch. Whatever wording fits best for you. The idea is the same. So now it's time to leave it, and live with it. It's time to leave the past failure behind. Emotionally. But take the lessons with us. What we've learned from both the failure and the successes can now be applied to our next steps. We've done the reflection. Now we focus forward. Apply this knowledge to prepare for the future. Create better plans with improved execution strategies. Incorporating a thorough analysis of what we've learned. Let's develop a growth plan. Utilize insights from our analysis to create a strategic plan for future endeavors. Set clear, achievable SMART goals and outline steps to reach them. Let's implement changes. Apply the lessons learned to new situations. Adjusting our approach as needed. Embrace adaptability and remain open to continuous improvement. and let's embrace the journey. Accept that setbacks are integral to personal and professional growth. By viewing failures as opportunities to learn and evolve, we can build resilience and achieve greater success over time. And here is how we could expand this, leave it, and live with it. First, we learn. Consolidate the key insights from our SWOT analysis into actionable lessons. So what are the biggest takeaways? Let's condense everything into 2 to 3 key lessons. For me, those are: 1. Don't try to make too many videos too fast. It can hurt more than help. 2. Focus more on the types of videos that are getting views. 3. Use AI for support. But make sure I'm still using my own super AI brain and voice to keep it personal. And I'll probably come up with more later, after I finally upload this video. Second, we plan. What's next? Now, G gave me a few strategic options. Persevere. Try again. With improvements. Pivot. Change the goal or strategy. Pause. Step back to regroup or learn. Park. Let it go and apply the lessons elsewhere. And I will go with the first option. Persevere. I will try follow with the plan next month again with some modification. And here's my plan for next month. Create 5 videos total. 3 about machine learning, Python, and trading. 2 on other topics that feel valuable or fun. Make 2 thumbnails for each new video. Create 5 extra thumbnails for older videos I want to boost. That's my action plan for now. Simple but realistic. I'll refine it as I go. And hopefully it will make me get at least 20 new subscribers. Or maybe even the 150 I thought about getting last month. We'll see about it. And now the third, we proceed. Take action. This is critical. It's one thing to reflect and analyze. But if we don't act on it, it stays theoretical. We should launch our next iteration. Apply the lesson in a different context. Or formally close this chapter. Leave the emotional weight of the specific failure event behind. But carry the intellectual assets. The lessons. Forward. This step ensures the failure becomes productive. It closes the loop by translating analysis into forward momentum. The emphasis is on leveraging the experience, not just forgetting it, and actively launching the next phase. So, I'm launching into this new plan, and I can already tell you, I'm thinking less about last month's failure and more about next month's possibilities. That's a win. I think this fail framework actually worked for me. Now it's your turn. What about you? What do you think about right now? What's your plan for the next month? Drop it in the comments. Or just take a moment to say it out loud. Let's leave the past, leverage what we've learned, and launch forward, together. And that's it for now. Maybe it was a bit too much, or maybe not enough, but either way, I really hope you found something here that was interesting or helpful. If you did, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. I honestly had fun making this video. Still am actually, and I'll probably be making more like it in the future. So, if this kind of content is something you'd like to see more of, go ahead and subscribe if you feel like it. No pressure. In the meantime, I wish you all the best. And remember, improve yourself, improve your business, improve the world, but also, live fully and have fun. Yours, Super AI.